Hello there everyone, guys. Today I want to start with technicals. I want to talk to you about Bitcoin, about what I'm expecting, and about an interesting trade that you could be putting in. So stay tuned for that. Then we're going to talk about more huge entities FOMOing into Bitcoin. And then we will talk about a potential grandmaster plan to shake out all the retailers and the weak hands that are still left in Bitcoin, and this potentially actually being a big bull trap. But before you scream at me in the comments, please, in this instance, I'll urge you to watch this video from the beginning and until the end. I'm going to explain everything in sequence as in the way how you need to understand it. So without any further ado, let's just jump into the current price action. Again, I don't need to explain what happened here. We had wedge, explosion, nice. We hit our target and we got out of our long trade right here perfectly. Built our long trade here. Got out right here. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna link a video up here where I got out with about $70,000 of profits. And guys, if you want to learn how to actually control your trades like this, like professionals, and make the previous trade, we've made $115,000. So 2 trades, I've made $200,000. If you want to learn this, I have only 2 seats currently available in my VIP one-on-one mentorship. There is a link to sign up for a call with my team down in the description of this video, where you can jump on a call, see how much my mentorship is, how long it is, how it works, what you're getting as an added value besides trade. Because when you're my mentee, you're learning a lot more than just trading and investing and technical analysis and macro analysis, fundamental analysis. You're learning a lot more. And you're learning also about marketing, about business, entrepreneurship, global finance, and etc. So you get access to me directly. So there is a link to sign up for a call. Sign up for a call now. Jump on the call with my team. See how we can help, how it all works. Because it saves time and a lot of money for people. And again, I'm showing you my big trades here on YouTube for everyone to see. It's live. I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars repeatedly, showing you every single trade, explaining these trades. And I mean, this serves as just undeniable proof that I know what I'm doing and that I can teach you to do the same. So anyway, jump on a call with my team. As for now, we actually got out of our long trade. Again, remember that I'm still holding my Bitcoin bag, and I'm going to be holding it for a long time, so I'm not going to be getting out of it here at 31,000. This is just ridiculous. But for a current trade, the target was hit, we get out. So as simple as that. But for now, if we're going to actually zoom in to the 15-minute chart, then you will quickly realize that what we are seeing is an interesting flag, another flag, because as we are moving to the upside, we're seeing the flag after a flag after a flag. So we had, after a pump, this. Thank you. We had this flag right here, pump. Then we had this flag right here, another pump. And this is where I said that I'm getting out of my long trade. And now we're having this big flag in general that is about to break. There is about, and this is actually very precise, into trend, so to speak. So, and this, if we actually would break this flag, let's quickly take a look at the target. The target would be quite nice. Target would be 32,000, and the target would be actually far beyond our desired level that we want to break, and we really want to break 31,200, this level that we got rejected from actually, and this is the reason why I told you to take your profits here. So this would be putting the target at 32k, and if we would actually pass 32k, what would happen is we would finally flip this very important resistance. As you can see historically, you know, confirmation, 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 confirmation. And if we break this, we actually flip it, this whole pattern, so to speak, which would open the road to potentially even current all-time high. I mean, as crazy as that. But this is just technicals. This is just, as we are saying right now, it might as well break to the downside. And this is in a super short-term perspective. If it breaks to the upside, you long it. If it breaks to the downside, you short it. As simple as that. And to the downside, the target would be about 28k, which actually, after a major pump, this would not be a bad correction to just consolidate further and then actually take off to the upside. And would actually look quite nice in conjunction with everything we've seen so far in this just general up move, this general trajectory to the upside. So, okay, now before we talk about this potentially being a huge, bull trap in general, and yes, guys, there is a scenario in which this is still possible. Don't scream at me yet. Please watch this video till the end. And certainly, guys, if you want to see all of my trades and the trades of my team, go down into the description of this video, and this is where you're gonna find a link to my free Discord channel. And this is where I post all of my trades and the trades of my team with detailed explanations, or sometimes just signals themselves as to where to enter, what to do, what we're personally doing. And trade results of our members are absolutely astonishing. 113%, 200%, minus 44%. Somebody also, we sometimes have losing trades. That's obviously as well. 200 trade percent profit, 200% profit. Join it. This is absolutely free. All you need is to use the link down in the description of this video and join this VIP signal section, which is absolutely free for Bybit and Bitget users. Only if you've used my link to sign up down in the description of this video, and you join it for absolutely free for lifetime. And I mean, there's 40,000 traders in here, and we're doing exceptionally well. So join us right now. Now, as we've spoken about the chart and all the immediate things in the short-term perspective, let's now talk about something really interesting before we talk about the actual danger that potentially is still looming around, because everything right now is looking very good. And as some other YouTube channels have already mentioned, there is $27 trillion that is waiting to be available to crypto. And this is coming from all the ones that actually are currently FOMOing in to Bitcoin and to cryptocurrencies. And the list is increasing, and it's growing by day. BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Invesco, Bank of America, etc. Holding in total almost $30 trillion. Guys, Bitcoin itself is below $1 trillion. I mean, this is unbelievable right now. I mean, Bitcoin itself currently is in billions. And these guys alone, within a week, that are joining right now is in trillions and trillions of dollars. And this is crazy. So also, one of the new players joining in is HSBC, and it enables Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF trading in Hong Kong. So Hong Kong is just opening doors, guys. And then this is going to also open huge doors to Chinese liquidity and potentially mainland China. The citizens of mainland China who are sitting on trillions of dollars of personal savings after all the lockdowns that have had for so many years. The liquidity is going to be flowing to Bitcoin is insane. It's unfathomable. The same thing like if we, and again, HSBC, it's absolutely huge. So next thing, also IMF has said that banning crypto assets may not be the effective route long term. The IMF latest stance contrasts a statement in February, back in February, in which some of its directors said that outright bans should not be ruled out. And now they're actually flipping. Even IMF, which is International Monetary Fund, and historically it has never been a huge proponent of Bitcoin, obviously. So also, Fed Chair Powell says Bitcoin has staying power as an asset class. Jerome himself, Uncle Powell, confirms the power of Bitcoin and the future of Bitcoin. Powell said that adding that the ultimate source of credibility in money is the central bank, and what this means is that he doesn't really like the concept of stable coins, and he thinks that the stable coins need to be regulated, but that's about it. Everything else like Bitcoin, I don't know, maybe these guys are also accumulating. Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Now, also, if I look at this, which is also quite positive, and that is that historically, if we look at the Fed, when it has paused, within 6 months, usually it was already cutting rates. And since the mid-80s, and this is important, guys, the Fed has never hiked rates again following a pause of the series of hikes. So right now we actually have a pause from Fed. They said that they will do another 2 rate hikes and blah, blah, blah. They're trying to scare the market. But what this is telling us that potentially there will not be any more rate hikes because historically they've done this before. They've said, oh, we're going to hike, right? But they didn't. So the same, like since mid-80s, so for the last 40 years, they've never hiked rates again after the pause. And usually within 6 months after the pause, we were seeing rates being cut. And right now, in terms of the economy and a lot of the things we're seeing in the numbers, it just shows that we need to be cutting rates soon. So potentially this year, or like in the beginning of the next year, right into the Bitcoin halving, we're going to see a lot of the rates actually starting to be cut down, and we're going back into the bull market, even in the US. And the rest of the world is already pretty much in the bull market right now. So this is absolutely unbelievable. And right now, FTX management team has recovered $7 billion in liquid assets. So they had a hole of about $10 billion. So they recovered 7, and they have like $2-3 billion left to find. So this is looking very good. And potentially, I don't know how this is going to affect the bankruptcy proceedings, and potentially FTX is not going to have to sell the bag of Solana, which has been always the big danger in terms of the selling pressure that could come on top of Solana because of these bankruptcy proceedings, considering that Alameda Research held a lot of Solana. So potentially this is spelling good news. Maybe they will just be able to restart without dumping all the stuff and actually keep holding some of the bags. Who knows? So this is also quite positive. So just in general, to sum up, it looks like the bull market is back, guys. It looks like this is it. If you didn't buy here, you've lost. A big deal. One thing I want to mention, and I'm not saying that this is going to be the case, but you have to understand something. Because when we're seeing all these participants, we're seeing BlackRock, Fidelity, these guys have a tendency to do one thing. And that is when they're getting into something, they really like to shake out the retailers. They really like to kick everyone out, to simply open up the road for themselves to make more profits. This is just how the market works. This is the market physics. And before I tell you what I think, remember guys, if you want to be trading on an exchange that you can actually trust, then use my exclusive link down in the description of this video to Bybit. And if you do so, after you register, you can go to the reward center and deposit money into your account, and you can claim up to $30,000 in initial deposit bonuses. And also you're getting into really cool giveaways. And if you deposit more than $500, you'll get my famous paid crypto course for absolutely free, also claimable in my Discord. And also this gives you infinite access and lifetime free access to my Discord with all the trades that I showed you before, also link down in the description of this video. And also if you the only issue with Bybit is that they require KYC, which is not really an issue, but for some people it is. If you cannot complete the KYC for some reason, I recommend using BitGet, also link down in the description of this video, to $8,000 in initial deposit bonuses. And if you use your BitGet UID after using my link to sign up with BitGet, you also can get into my Discord channel. All the instructions are in the Discord, also down in the description, etc. So now, what my opinion is about this market, like this is, as I said, it's great to see all these names, but they play dirty. So they use different, I mean, this is just one simple example of this is Wyckoff accumulation, this Wyckoff method. It's very basic, but it actually illustrates quite well as to what quite a lot of big institutions like to do when they are moving into a certain asset. When a certain asset becomes big enough, they really like to kick people out. And this is what they do. This is their job. So oftentimes they try to create some kind of very good positiveness, like in light of everything we're seeing in just literally 1 week, and everybody's like, woo, yay, we're going to the upside. And then something real, and then they just crush it. They crush it, that there is complete devastation, there is complete disappointment in the market, that everybody is out. That all, like, the weakest of the weak are gonna be out. And this is actually when it just takes off like crazy, because they actually deploy the money themselves. So this is like this potential Wyckoff method, and this is seeing who is getting into the market right now, all these big names. I would not be surprised to see something like this. The reason why I'm telling you, like, is there a way to predict this? Unfortunately not. But if you see some big bad news coming out, something that seems to be temporary but still very, very painful, know that this, if we've seen all of these join in on Q, like after everything was happening with SEC, this seems very orchestrated. So I would not be surprised if their next plan is to orchestrate something like this to kick you and try to kick you and me off the boat. Just know that this could be the possibility if this does happen, so that you will have it in mind as a possibility, and therefore potentially you will be more resilient to fear, and you will not be the victim of this kind of a manipulation. This is the reason why I wanted to point this out, that this kind of stuff unfortunately is possible with the new players that are joining the ring. And guys, check out this quick tutorial as to how to trade Bitcoin with proper risk and money management and proper strategies. You're gonna learn a lot, even if you've been trading for quite some time. And as always, peace and love. That was Krallo. Stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.